Hello guys, today is day 36, June 12. So 14 more days, that is 2 more weeks this quiz will continue. We had started this on May 8th and it will go on till June 27, that is the original date of prelims. And today is NCRT again because students wanted to learn from NCRT. Class 6 to 10th already NCRT episode, geography, history both are done. Now this is class 12th NCRT. Class 12th, you know there are 3 textbooks. So based on that we have a 100 MCQ test which will be sufficient for you to answer any question which comes in prelims. And all these are taken from our test series only so that you get the sample. And 2021, the faster you enroll, it's better for you. Don't delay your decision and then become a 2022 aspirant after failing the prelims. Okay, so please make sure you study from a good source. And 2021, all details are there in these 2 parts. You have to watch both these parts because else you will have lot of queries and then you will simply waste both of our times. So watch these 2 videos and then come on WhatsApp. Then you just have to join the course. Okay, you will not have any doubt if you watch these 2. Okay. And whatever videos are being put in Vice Courses channel is important for your mains and interview. So please watch them. Okay, these are not put just for like a sake of putting it. It is put because it is relevant for UPSC. Okay, so today's topic also geoglyph. You should know what it is. Go and click on that video. UPSC means GS1 question can come. Okay. So the first question, which of the following is a Harappan site located in present day India? Okay, you know Harappan spreads across countries. So after partition also, some things went to Pakistan, some may be in Afghanistan. So you should know which of the following is in India. Okay, this Sukta Gandhar, Amri, then Mitathal Kodiji. So UPSC have started asking these kind of questions. Very recently, I think 2019, they gave some set of places and asked you to identify which of the following is a Harappan site or which of the following is a Neolithic site. Like that, they are going very factual based questions. So you have to know all of them. So here the complete list is given. What is there in present day Pakistan and what is there in present day India. Okay, so option A, B and D are now in Pakistan and the option C is in India. This is given in your class 12 part 1, that is first textbook, chapter 1. So like this, every chapter in an order. Okay, we have given this. If there are 100 MCQs, first 30 to 40 MCQs will cover the part 1 textbook. Then the up to 70, 72, it will be part 2 textbook and the remaining will be part 3 textbook. So like that, it's a very elaborate one and we have given chapter number also. You can go and open that textbook and revise it also. Okay. Now, which of the following are true? Akbar Nama and Badshah Nama, okay, were illustrated Mughal chronicles. Illustrated means it has a lot of pictures and all. Artists from Iran, Mir Said Ali and Abdus Samad accompanied Emperor Humayun to Delhi. Meaning from Iran, they came to Delhi along with Humayun. You know, Humayun was there at Iran for a long time. So from there, when he came back, he brought back this artist. Abul Fazl supported and promoted the ideas of ulamas via his works. Okay, ulamas are those conservative leaders and all, Islam leaders. So their ideas were promoted through his works by Abul Fazl. So who are the 9 gems in Akbar's court, the Navratna, their contribution, the timeline of the kings, and their contribution to artistic works? Because UPSC has like picked a lot of questions, like who was the one who replaced all the paintings in the Mughal court, who was the one who introduced miniature paintings, who was the one who introduced portrait drawing. So this kind of questions have already come in UPSC prelims. So don't think these are very factual and it will not be asked. It has been asked in the past, and medieval history, always they ask only factual questions. Okay, there'll be nothing where you can eliminate, or there'll be nothing which can be like understood. It is just a thing you would have by hearted and you have to give it in the exam hall. Okay, 1 or 2 questions medieval is coming every year. So here 1 2 2 3 1 3 or 1 2 3. And this is 1 2 because Abul Fazl actually opposed the views. Okay, he opposed the views of these conservative leaders. If you see here, consistently opposed. So that you can see here. Okay, he is the author of Akbar Nama, a very important book. Related to Akbar, one more book is there, which have different volumes also. That also you should know what it is. And all these are given in NCRT. You don't have to read any big textbooks, just NCRT. Don't go behind other textbooks which coaching institutes are telling. NCRTs and R.S. Sharma textbook, Satish Chandra textbook, that if you do, which also is NCRT only, all that if you do, you will easily complete all the syllabus. Don't do any other textbooks. Okay. And here, Akbarnama, Badshah is actually illustrated chronicles only. And these 2 people came from Iran because, you know, that time he had to run away because Sher Shah occupied the Mughal Empire. And so then he'll come back in 1955. But after he comes back, he'll immediately die. That is another story. So This is true. Okay, 1 and 2. And that is taken from part 2 textbook, second textbook, chapter 9. Now this is from part 3 textbook. Okay, which of the following are true? See, MCQ 81. Manchester Cotton Company was formed to encourage cotton production in every part of the world, including India. Around 1860s, 90% of cotton imports into Britain were coming from India. The limitation law in 1859 restricted the overseas travel of Indian sepoys. The Deccan Commission was set up fearing the memories of 1857 revolt. So you should know whether all of them are true. But all of them will not be true because options here, if you see, there is no 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of them definitely has to be false. 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. So if you know which one is false, you will get the answer. UPSC options will be always like this. So it is 1, 2, 4. Limitation law has nothing to do with this overseas travel and all. It is something related to money and this thing. So I'll tell you that. But other statements, if you see, Manchester Company was found for this only. And then 90% of cotton imports during this time. Okay, you know, American Civil War and all timeline also you should know. And it was coming from India. Deccan Commission was set up fearing the memories of 1857. All the entire thing directly taken from NCERT is explained here. If you see 1859, British passed a limitation law that stated that the loan bonds signed between money lenders and the riots that the farmers would have validity for only 3 years. So that limitation, okay, that is what the limitation law is. And this kind of act also, repeatedly UPSC is picking up and asking because most of the students don't even care of these things and they don't take it seriously. But that is exactly from where UPSC will ask question. Okay, then Deccan Revolt, the entire thing is here. And also in Spectrum also I taught you this in very detailed fashion. So please see to it that whatever is in the textbook, you will be able to answer. Okay, that is taken from part 3 textbook. Okay, now again one more from part 3. Which of the following are false? The idea of Satyagraha by Gandhiji started from South Africa. Gandhiji's first major public appearance was in Champaran Satyagraha in 1917. Okay, you know, around 1915 Gandhiji came to India. So then 1 year he was traveling around India, and also that too based on the advice of someone. You should know who advised him to travel like that. Then because that's a UPSC question. Then first time he addressed a public or he went in the center of or middle of a lot of people was Champaran Satyagraha. So which of the following are false? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So it's asking a false statement. Second one is false because it's not Champaran Satyagraha. It is the Banaras Hindu University in February 1916. That time the opening of that was there. So there he went and I think gave a speech. Okay. So that and more details are here about who all is related to that event. See, on Gokhale's advice. Okay. Gopalakrishna Gokhale advised him to travel around the British India to know the land and the people because he was in South Africa for 22 years. Okay. And in South Africa only, he did a lot of things. You should see the Gandhi movie. That one movie is enough to learn entire Gandhi story. You don't need to read any textbook. So Satyagraha, he started there only, non-violent protest. Okay. Last question for today is taken from part 1 textbook, that is the ancient history. Okay, that basic thing you should know. Part 1 is ancient, part 2 is medieval, and part 3 is modern history. Okay, in class 12. So votive inscriptions found around 2nd century BCE closely relates to what? Gifts, war, peace, women. So both in ancient and medieval, they'll pick up like this inscriptions or any terminology and ask you like what is it related to. So it is gift. Okay, it is taken from chapter 2, King, Farmers and Towns. So these inscriptions record gifts made to religious institutions. By the 2nd century BC, we find short votive inscriptions in number of cities. These mention the name of the donor and sometimes specify his or her occupation as well. They tell us about people who lived in towns, washing folk, weavers, scribes, carpenters, potters, all these things were mentioned in that inscriptions. It's not about war, peace and women and all. Okay. So please subscribe to this channel so that we can keep this free content alive. All these videos are made for you only. And test series is the only way a UPSC aspirant can clear the prelims. So please come and contact in WhatsApp. We try to give you the course according to your batch, 2021 or 22. But even if you're 23, you can come and contact us. We'll give you free foundational videos. Okay. So I'll come up with the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.